What's up, guys? Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's luckiest steering wheel holder. And as the title suggests, well, if you're watching this today, you know that this is a Thanksgiving Day video. And as the title suggests, my co-driver, Jenna, did get kicked off the truck officially this morning in the wee hours of the morning on Thanksgiving Day. She was no longer on the truck, could no longer view the truck information, so it is official that Jenna's off the truck. And it was kind of sad for her this morning, but she's ready to move on to the next phase of her life. But that doesn't mean this is not a team truck. You guys know that I just went through trainer class, and I've been talking about having a TNT student or TNT trainee, and he is finally here. So say hello to, is it Captain Dave? Are we going by?
Captain Dave.
Captain Dave. So we'll talk about that here in a second, but first, just let me say, if you do watch this today, happy Thanksgiving. And if you're on the road, you guys and gals, be safe out there. If you're at home, hopefully you're enjoying it and have a lot to be grateful for. We've been talking on the road the last 3 hours, and we have a lot to be grateful for. But I'll let him talk here for a second. I want to say life is interesting because we met Dave in this company store what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
About 2 months ago when he first got to Prime. And he can talk to you a little bit about his journey, but very short, brief conversation, but it was a fun, short conversation. And, you know, we meet people all the time, and sometimes we see them on the road, maybe months or years down the road. But it's just crazy how life has kind of brought all this back to where he is now on my truck doing his TNT on his truck. It's really cool how all that came together. And I knew that, or we knew, we talked about, hey, it'd be really cool if this would work out. And then it wasn't going to work out. And then it came back together and was going to work out. And we wanted to make sure it did. He and I have a lot of similarities, I think, and just jived really well. So I'm happy to have you on a truck. And I think it's hopefully a comfortable truck for him to do his TNT on. A lot better than the truck I did my TNT on. So today was his first day, but he didn't drive today, and the reason is he was down to about 45 hours on his clock from his PSD time, and he needed to get a reset because I had a full 70, and we were only doing 156 miles today, and we didn't want to be that lopsided, so he'll get his full 70 sometime tonight, and he's going to start driving a truck tomorrow. So anyway, that's the update. It's still a team truck. Yep, Jenna's officially off the truck. We'll give you some updates as that comes along. And outside that, I want to introduce you to Captain Dave, the new co-driver. So what's up, man?
Thanks, Eric. Just very happy to be here. Very blessed to be here. Like Eric said, we met at the company store. I came here September 27th. I started PSD. Came here for orientation the 27th. Got through orientation, did 2 weeks on the pad, and then came down with COVID. And so, of course, I went home. I was home for a month, and I came back, finally got cleared, and came back last Monday. And so I did another week, just refreshed my training, went out on some drives, tested yesterday, and I'm glad to be through with it. I'm glad to have my purple badge, have my CDL now, and we've logged the first 147 miles, 147 miles of 30,000. So as they say, the journey of 30,000 miles begins with the first 147. So yeah, I couldn't be happier to be on Eric's truck. You know, I'm one of his subscribers here on the channel, watched him for a long time. Both my wife Brooke and I have, and we just really felt like we got a lot of good useful information from him, and had met them in the store. And just out of the blue, I guess a couple weeks ago, I just texted him and said, hey, you know, I told him about being, I think they knew because I'd said on the channel that I had COVID, and then I just said, hey, are you guys, I know things are going to be changing with y'all having the baby and everything, are you going to be doing any training? Because I knew he was going to do PSD. So I think we got the wheels turning then, and he started thinking about it, and then he, out of the blue, just texted me and said, "Hey, what's your driver code?" So I kind of got a smile on my face, and he got back with me a little bit later and said, "I might be your TNT trainer." And so here we are. We're rolling out. Couldn't be happier. Both Jenna and Eric, both of them have just rolled out the red carpet. Couldn't have been better to me. Just had a great conversation coming up. Jenna sent me a picture the other day where they replaced all the linens on the bed. So it's like really being treated well. I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for having me, and I'm sure that I'll get to see a lot more of you and you of me over the next 30,000 miles. So glad to be here. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, he's actually getting a downstairs bed. So it really works out for him. Obviously I have to sleep downstairs too while the truck's moving, but I've kind of gotten really attached to the upstairs bed. You guys know we had Remy, our German Shepherd, in here, and she likes to spread her legs out, and that doesn't leave much room for me on the downstairs bed. So I got used to sleeping upstairs, and we'll just stay with this. So if you do train on my truck, that's gonna be the situation. I just like it up there. Plus I can blow my vape out of that window up there. But I think this is gonna be, I'm really looking forward to it. Prime has provided me a lot of great opportunities, and I've gotten a lot of good experience and knowledge through this, through a lot of you who've helped me find answers and learn how to be a better driver, and I look forward to passing that on. And Dave's got, he'll talk about his, I don't know if you just mentioned it, but he's got other things to introduce that are coming in the near future once he gets upgraded, that are exciting and that I can relate to. So we'll talk a lot about that. We'll talk about our training experience, the book that greeted him. I want to talk to you guys about this in the next couple weeks. Hopefully that's not backwards in this camera. It looks backwards to me, but yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to kind of take it easy for the next week or two, and then hopefully, maybe move into a full team truck leading into the holidays. And then he's going home for Christmas and New Year's, and I'm going to be home for Christmas and New Year's. So I think that probably he would like to get miles, of course, but I think that probably works out. It's always good to be home for Christmas and New Year's. And then we're just gonna go full epic in January. So he'll get the full gambit of winter driving, I'm sure. So yeah, that's kind of our situation. I don't know what else to add. I mean, what do you think of the whole process? It's a little messy because you got COVID. And
I was telling Eric earlier, Prime has just been, for me, and I have no reason to say this other than I'm thrilled to be here, but it's just been fantastic from the beginning. Everyone's been very kind. Everyone's been very professional. I won't lie, there were some bumps along the way in PSD. It was not as easy for me to learn to back as I thought it would be. And my trainer, Twisted Big D, Daniel, great guy, great trainer. Can't say enough about him. If you have the opportunity to get him, please do. Now I'll tell you, he's not always easy. He pushes you, he'll get onto you, and it won't always be comfortable. But you know what? At the end of the day, when we went home, we shook hands and we were fine. And I couldn't have been more appreciative to have him as my trainer. I think it worked out really well. I think he'd probably say the same thing. So, Daniel, if you're watching this, big kudos to you. Thanks for getting me here. Thanks for putting that purple card in my hand yesterday. It was due to you. And so now we just continue down the process. But everything is as it's been explained that it would be. There have been no surprises along the way. They were so good when I got sick. They understood. They said, just call us when you're ready to come back. I had to have 2 COVID tests. Actually, I was feeling better for quite a while and took a test, and I was still positive. So I had to wait a whole other week, have that second test, and then just as soon as I tested negative, they said come on back. Paid my mileage to come back again, and then I finished up. And so it's out there. You know, if anybody's watching this and they're thinking about coming to Prime, in my limited time here, I can say it's only been great so far, and the potential is fantastic. I look forward to getting through this with Eric, and hopefully making a lifelong friend along the way, and being there for each other as we continue our journey. And then, you know, for any of you that don't know, I'm planning to bring my wife Brooke in January or February.
There it is. I was trying not to say anything. I didn't know if you were gonna.
Yeah. So our whole plan with coming to Prime is we're going to team, and she's been a stay-at-home mom her whole life, so this will be a real big thing for her too, to come out on the road. But we're excited about doing it together, and we're going to learn together, and hopefully Eric will be able to train her for PSD on the pad.
Yep. So, and the reason for that is that you guys, some of you know, the regulation changes in February that you now have to have 2 years of driving experience to do pre-CDL training. So hopefully I can help out with that if it's all timed and aligned right. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up real quick. But as far as freight, team training freight, which is, I haven't experienced since I did Jenna's PSD and TNT. We got fortunate enough to get a very short load, but we got 230 a mile, 220 a mile off the yard today, Thanksgiving Day, going to north of St. Louis, and then we're already pre-planned on, what was it, 250 a mile, down to Texas, 2,500, almost 250, 2,500 for about 1,150 miles. So it's, you know, it's a great start. These loads have a little time on them, but we need that. We need to make sure that he's comfortable with a loaded truck. So we'll be running Super Solo here for a week and a half. But freight's still good, you guys. These are good loads. Exactly what we need for good paying Super Solo loads. So it's all good. So anyway, again, happy Thanksgiving. If you are catching this on Thanksgiving Day, if you're watching Friday, Saturday, or later, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving Day and a good holiday weekend. So thank you guys all so much for the support. Be safe, make good decisions. As always, drive to thrive. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.